Okay, we're pleased to have Ernie Els with us today. It's his second U.S. Senior Open. And of course, you know he's won 2 Open championships and 2 U.S. Opens, which are very important. Yeah. And also, if you have questions on WebEx today, you can submit those, and we'll try and ask those questions of Mr. Els. So, Ernie, I know you had a little bit of a chance to look at the course. Can you talk about Saucon Valley as far as what your first impressions are of the course?
Yeah, I played 9 holes yesterday, and I played 9 holes actually Sunday evening. So I've had a nice look at the 18 holes, and it's fantastic, really fantastic. Nice to be up here in the Northeast, playing these old-style golf courses. Reminds me of back in the day when the USGA used to play these type of courses in the US Open, but with length and everything, you really can't come to these courses anymore. Anyway, but it's a really nice golf course, and it's got all the elements that a US Open has. It's got the slick greens, high rough, so you got to have your game here, no matter what.
Does it feel like a US Open? I know we say U.S. Open, U.S. Senior Open. Do you just remove the senior and it's still a U.S. Open for you?
Exactly. As I say, this is more the way I remember the U.S. Opens. As I say, I think that U.S. Opens of today are much bigger golf courses, but these are the type of courses we played back in the 90s maybe. And it's set up that way. You got high rough, you got to hit fairways, In my case, I can still move it out here a little bit, so I can hit 3 woods into some fairways, get it in play the way you need to be. And the golf course is in absolutely fantastic shape. I haven't seen a championship course like this for some time in this kind of condition. The greens are going to be very fast, but very fair. And, the setup is just perfect. If you play well, you're going to score well here.
Yeah. Right, Joe?
Hi, Ernie. Your 2 Open wins have come at Oakmont and Congressional, 2 other Northeast courses. What was it about those courses that fit your eye, and what's it about this course that fits your eye? Is there anything about this course that fits your eye?
Well, just the vegetation and topography, this is classic stuff, Courses are very old here. I think this course out here was built in 1922, so it's, almost 100 years, and, it stood the test of time, the way the clubhouses are built up here, it's country club stuff. You can see why people spend their summers up here. But the golf courses, you got the unbelievable trees and the turf. The turf up in the Northeast, I love. You get that snow in the winter. In the summer, you got that bent grass fairways, and really nice to play golf up here.
Holes number 2 and 16 played toughest here previously. Anything particular about those 2? Is a longer par 4 coming back here, and 16 is kind of short, but still seems to cause some problems. What is it about those 2 holes that you...
Yeah, thank you. Number 2 is one of the longer par 4s. The front 9 has actually got some length. Number 2's I think it's 480 yard par 4. It goes down the hill a bit, tough to hit the fairway. It slopes right to left a little bit, and Tom Fizer's come in here and put in new bunkers. I see the bunkers are really deep, so if you go in a fairway bunker, you're going to have a tough time. And then the second green is also quite undulating and small, so I can see, with length, that's got to be a tough hole. And then, as I say, on the front 9 is another one. I think down 5, it's another 480 yard par 4, with a funky green. And then, as you say, 16 is a shorter hole. I think it's only about 390. But it's going up the hill, and the green is unreal. I don't know where they're going to get the flag positions, but the green is just so slopey, and I can see why. There probably a lot of 3-putts on that hole. Tough to get the ball into the right level.
Mark? Yep.
Ernie, hi. It's a U.S. Open type test. But does it come down to the putter in the end because the greens are so sloping and undulating?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. But like I said to my friend earlier, he asked me a question, what did you work on your game to get it right for the US Open? I said everything, and a good mental game. But Putting's going to be a factor. It's always been a factor for me in the US Open. Is, you know, you got to get those putts in the hole, especially the clean-up putts. You know, it's tough to get putts within 4 or 5 feet, yeah, because of the slope. So the hole-out putts you're going to be good at. But that comes down to also ball striking. If you can get the ball in the right area on the green, you can have easier first putts. You know, when you get it out of play, you're going to be struggling to get the ball where it needs to be, and that's where putting becomes a factor again. So it all comes down to getting your whole game to where it should be. You know, you can't really be struggling with driving too much, because that's, as I say, is going to get you tough second shots.
And how's your game shaping up? Are you feel like you're at a good place preparation-wise?
Yeah. I came here early. I had a week off last week, and I'm just playing it. You know, playing 9 holes a day, trying to conserve energy. But in any case, I'm playing 9 again this afternoon, and then I'll play 9 again tomorrow. So I would have seen all the holes twice. So it's coming on nice.
Mark?
Ernie, what are your career goals at this stage?
Good question. No, I'll be 53 this year. So I'm still young out here.
Yes,
Thank you. But I mean, there's so much going on in the world of golf. I mean, we were looking pretty good out here on the Champions Tour, but with everything happening now, it seems like we're a bit of an afterthought, you know, and that's a real shame, because you just look at the list of players here this week, you know, just unbelievable records they have all around the world, you know, not just talking about the United States. And we were looking pretty sound there for a while, but you know, with things going on now, I'm not sure what our future is going to be like, you know, to be honest with you. So it's a little scary for a lot of guys. You know, a lot of us, you know, we've had good careers, so we're pretty sound, but you still want to play and compete, and that's what this Champions Tour was all about. It was giving us another chance to showcase what we do, and hopefully it will continue. And we've got great sponsorships, you know, on the regular Champions Tour. And thanks to the USGA and so forth, giving us opportunity to play major championship golf. But we'd love to see that continue and keep going, because there's some unbelievable stories out here on the Champions Tour. Great careers.
Just as a follow-up, you mentioned things changing in the world of golf. Do you feel like that's trickling down now to the Champions Tour players too as well?
Yeah, I mean, there's talk everywhere, just like you guys. You know, you're talking about it. You know, and you know, some of the guys that are playing out there, you know, you look at the guys out here, you know, it's a different deal, you know, and these guys are proven champions, you know, major champion winners, tournament winners. They've supported the tours around the world, and I guess we missed the boat, you know, and that's pretty sad for some of these guys, because these guys have supported these tours all their careers, in some cases, you know, close to 40 years. So, you know, we'd like to see our Champions Tour grow. We've got great sponsorships. We got good support. But it's scary times for a lot of people.
Hey, Ernie, you talked a little bit about the Champions Tour possibly being an afterthought with everything that's going on in the world of golf. Not going to give anything over there any shine, but do you feel like coming to these Golden Age courses might be a great way for, you know, guys of my age, guys of your age, to see the guys that they grew up watching coming to these old courses and actually playing again?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you see. You see exactly what you're saying. You see people come out and come and watch us play, because you know, we're kind of the golden age of the game in many cases. You know, we don't hit it. There's only a few guys that can hit it, maybe 300, 320. You know, it's maybe just a handful of guys, but we got other skills, you know, and we got great short game skills, and we got management skills and so forth. And there'll be a great storyline again come out this week. You'll see it. You'll see some guy that's qualified from somewhere that's going to make a run this week, and you get a guy that's almost 7 years of age who's going to make a run too. So it's a way of playing the game where everybody's still got a real legitimate chance to win if your game's there. And I think that parlays into a lot of players coming to watch us. You know, they can sometimes hit it longer than us off the tee, and you know, might putt better than us here and there, but we get the score on the board, and I think people love to see that.
Yep.
Ernie, are you going to play St. Andrews?
Yes, I'm eligible to play, and it's one of my favorite places. I will not miss that for the world, especially on the 150th edition. So yeah, no, I was fortunate enough to win USGA events and Open Championship events, so they've looked after me well through the years.
Last year, we said was your first U.S. Senior Open. What did you learn possibly at Omaha Country Club that's going to help you this second time around?
Yeah, Omaha didn't have much. I didn't really have my A game there, so to speak, and I struggled a little bit. It was very undulating. It didn't quite, as we'd like to say, fit my eye. But what I learned was, you guys set it up, like I said before, you set it up like every other year. You got to hit the ball in play, and I didn't quite keep it in play there. I didn't manage myself good enough there. I'd like to do better this week. Kind of be a bit more patient about it.
You mentioned guys with great resumes. Stephen Ocker, how do you explain?
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably the story of this tour. Guys like that who maybe didn't have a career before 50. What have you seen from him that you like?
Well, he's not a household name, but in our professional game, we've seen him play. He's played in Asia, Europe, Australia, all over the place, and he's the type of guy. He kept himself in pretty good shape. He's very athletic. So he's a young 50-year-old player. He's hits it pretty good, pretty long, and he's been working for this day. You could see he kept himself occupied on the Corn Ferry Tour, which is very competitive. And when he came over, he was ready to play, and he's just grown in confidence. And he's really a player. As we've said earlier, one of those storylines that you find out here on the Champions Tour is you get guys that are ready to come, and then they deliver. So he's done that.
Last one.
Ernie, the last two Senior Opens here were very well attended. When you played your practice round, did you get a vibe that this was going to be a good spot to get some fan support while you're playing?
Yeah, I mean, we can see it today. Today is kind of more the official practice round on Tuesday. Sundays they don't normally come out in the evening, and definitely not yesterday. But today, they're here in their droves. You can see that, and we're going to have great support. This is Pennsylvania. This is really golf country. There's a lot of courses around here, so it's one of the sports people like to play in the summer. What else are you going to watch this summer? I mean, I don't know how your baseball team's doing, but the golf is here this week. Okay, I'm not going there.
Ernie Els, thanks for your time. Best of luck this week.
Thank you.